This episode of YXC Underground is supported by Rob Romvey and the team at RBC Dominion Securities in North Battleford. If you are looking for someone to manage and invest your money, Rob and his team are the people for you. Can we come in?
Sure.
Okay.
See, this is my Kyle's room.
There's no mistaking your room. It says it right on the door.
And all this is all mine.
Hello and welcome to Season 8, Episode 4 of YXC Underground. My name is Eric Anderson and welcome to Kyle Danilishan's home. Is that a bowling trophy?
Yes, I used to bowl, but not anymore. Those are my bowling trophies.
I'm just like, Kyle, there are so many bowling trophies here.
Yep. Yeah, this is my table and my remote.
Kyle is one of 4 residents living in this community home for people with intellectual disabilities, owned and operated by Elmwood Residences. For 56 years, Elmwood has supported individuals experiencing intellectual disabilities with the care and services they need to live full and meaningful lives. The organization operates 15 community homes in Saskatoon. These homes have care staff providing 24-hour care, and as you will hear in this episode, the homes are empowering residents with the skills and opportunities to live independently within the greater community. Kyle's home is on Preston Avenue near Market Mall. It is a 1-story house that is fully accessible for people in wheelchairs, including a ramp to the front door and into a large backyard. The front door ramp is a big deal for Kyle as he loves watching the cars drive by on Preston during the summer months. Kyle has lived here since 2021, and one of his best friends is his roommate, Tiernan Huber, who moved in last August. They quickly bonded through their mutual love of the Saskatoon Blades and being active in the community. They are quite the pair and were an absolute joy to speak with. You will also meet Julien Hendrickson and Linda Boyko from Elmwood in this episode, but let's start with Kyle and Tiernan. I set up my recording device in the dining room where a large window offered a clear view of the traffic driving by on Preston. Kyle and Tiernan brought their wheelchairs around a large table and did not hold back when it came to sharing their gratitude for what Elmwood and this community home has provided them.
My name is Tiernan Huber.
My name is Kyle Danilishan.
Who would like to describe the house to me? Well, you both...
No! No!
You're both pointing at each other. We're off to a great start.
No!
This is a big house. See, we have a ramp here. And every time when I go out, I use my power chair to get around. And this can go fast.
So you go ripping down the ramp then? Is it nice to have it, like in terms of the ramp, just to get in and out so easy, Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
What do you love about this house?
The people are so friendly. I love my roommates. Yeah.
What is it like to live in a house where you're like you've got great staff and you've got like great friends? What is it like to live in this house?
It's so calm. I really like this house. I call this house family
Why do you call it family?
because people interact with each other and they ask, how is your day? Yeah.
It's all those little things, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle, what do you love about living in this house?
This house is so big that I can get around each house, each area, and I like to reach my cup every morning when I have my morning coffee.
And you can do that here because you have a very nice power chair. And then does it? Yeah. So it's pretty up high. It elevates, Kyle.
No, not this one.
Nope. But you can still reach all the cupboards.
Yes, I can.
Nice. And can you tell listeners just how early you got up this morning for this?
I got up at 5:45 this morning.
That's very early. I appreciate you getting up that early.
But that's too early for me.
Tiernan, that's too early for me too.
Yes.
That's pretty early.
I prefer 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Not 6 a.m.
It's still dark out at 6 a.m.,
Yes.
isn't it? Kyle, what is your morning routine like?
My morning routine is get up, have my morning coffee, have my morning breakfast, wait till 8:15, I'm out the door, and when I come home, turn on the TV for everyone to watch, and wait till 4 o'clock to have my morning meds and have supper.
Can you tell me about the staff that work here?
They are funny, friendly, and silly. And we like to joke around with each other.
What do you joke around about?
Everything, really. Yeah.
Kyle, what are the staff like?
They're funny.
Yeah.
Like Clementine. She's funny too.
Yeah. Is Clementine in the kitchen right now?
Yes.
What do the staff help you with? Like what do they do in the house? How do they help you?
Make supper. Get us ready for bed. Get us up for the bus.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah.
Kyle, what do the staff help you with?
Get up, get ready for work,
Yeah.
make my own lunches.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I have to say, it's been being in this house, and only just for a few minutes, but the way that you guys talk about the staff, but also your roommates too, it sort of reminds me of when I was in university living with friends and roommates, and like it's so much fun living with good people. Like is it fun to live here, you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you love most about it?
We have a big backyard to hang out outside
Nice.
on a sunny day. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the summertime, you guys do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in winter. It's too cold.
It's a little too cold, yeah, but nice in the summer.
Yes.
That's great. Kyle, what do you enjoy most about living here, especially with like having so many great roommates with you?
Well, every time when I go outside here, I watch all the cars go by.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my routine. And like when I come home, put on my jacket, watch the cars go by. After that, come back in.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. There's something to be said about routine, isn't there?
Yes.
Nice to have that. Yeah. Yeah. It was the first time that I went to your big gala event a few weeks ago, and I was just amazed at how much like community support there is of everything that Elmwood does. And Kyle, you were up on the stage too.
Yeah.
Is it nice for you guys to share your stories like with the greater Saskatoon, to let them know like all the great things that are happening not only in this house but Elmwood too? Do you guys like that?
Yes, we do. We like to share some stuff with the community. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that important to you, Tiernan?
Because they help us with stuff if we don't have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like this time you guys were fundraising for a new kind of bus van, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Kyle, why do you like sharing with the community?
Community is a big city, and we need more vans to get around.
Yeah, because I get the sense that you two are very busy guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? So you've told me about like your routines and your work. What do you guys like to do for fun? What do you guys like to do? Because I look around and I see lots of photos of you guys. Like I see, I think I see like is that TCU Place maybe, and that's Sasktel Center. Like you guys are active. You're busy guys. What do you guys like to do in Saskatoon?
Going to Blades game
Yeah.
and the axe.
Oh, the X. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Those are two.
Yes.
Those are two big things. Yep.
Yes.
Kyle, what do you like to do in Saskatoon?
Go to the Blades game and go out for coffee.
Nice. Do you have a favorite spot in the city?
Tim Hortons.
Nice. Is there one around here?
Yes. Yes, there's one on over here.
There was one at Market Mall.
Market Mall.
Yes.
You know what? And that was a silly question on my part because there's a Tim Hortons everywhere, isn't there?
Everywhere. Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere. Oh, I love that. You guys have been very generous with your time. Is there anything else that you want people to know about Elmwood, about where you live, about how much you enjoy living here in this house? Is there anything else I missed that you want to share with people?
No.
Kyle, anything I missed?
No.
Okay. You guys did a wonderful job. I think your friend Julien's going to show me around the house, but you guys should probably come along for that too.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure everything's all right. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thanks, Kyle.
You're welcome.
I'm Julien Hendrickson. I'm the community home coordinator at Tiernan and Kyle's house, and I'm kind of like their supervisor in a way, but they kind of supervise me. So they try to, I guess, but I just make sure the quality of life is there. Oh, let's go this way. So this is our new kitchen. We actually just got it renovated a year ago, and so we made it more accessible for Tiernan's wanting to start cooking more. So actually we lowered the cupboards a bit down for them and added more cupboard space and stuff. So we still kept the sunshine roof because we couldn't get rid of it, but it adds character. And then here is our living room. It is giant. The residents like to watch movies and hang out together, so we can fit everyone in here, which is amazing. Yeah.
Nice. What all, like, and this is a very big question for you, but like, what all is involved in your job?
Of course, just making sure appointments are booked. The health is our top priority, of course. So, dentists, eye doctors, all of that. I keep track of all of that and make sure that we go yearly or every 2 years or whatever is needed. Because again, we want to make sure their health is there. I do groceries, whatever they want to put on their groceries, I'm here for. So they help add to the grocery order and I pay for it. Again, I look at the budget and might delete some stuff if there's a lot of junk food, but and then making sure recreational stuff so they get to and from rec. Staff are trained and making sure that they follow their dietary needs and just making sure that they follow everything that pertains to the resident.
Okay. So, and this is a very silly question, but like, do you live here in the house, Julia, or like, do you come every morning, or what is that like?
Of course. So I manage 3 homes at the moment. So I balance my time with the 3 homes, of course. So it depends on the day where I start, and if I look at the schedule and see what staff is on to make sure if it's someone new, I'll come and train them and show them everything, just so they feel confident when they come to the shift.
Okay. 3 homes. That sounds like I can't manage 1 home by myself. Like, how do you do 3 homes? Is that a lot?
It's manageable for sure. I like being busy, and so 3 keeps me busy for sure.
Yeah. How many residents in each house?
I have 4 in each home currently.
Okay. You must have some wonderful relationships then with all your residents that live in these homes.
Of course. Well, actually, this house here, I've managed for 3 years in this home, so I think I've built very strong relationships. The other homes for sure, like I just got a new one, and I've only been there for 4 months, but I'm really building that bond with the ladies that are there, and I enjoy what I do. That's why I'm here.
How do you go about forming relationships with residents? How does that happen?
It's just, taking the time, we get so busy in the day. And so I try to put away my laptop, come and sit and talk to them, ask them questions, see how they did at work, and, just taking the time.
Yeah. it's such an interesting model because like where I work at Sherbrooke, like it's long-term care, so there's it's a different style. Like we're in a house here, and there's like I take it the residents there's more, not more independence, but there's a lot of independence. So like is it? I guess what I'm trying to get is like what is the vibe in like especially in this house here, because we see like Kyle and Tiernan, like they're busy guys, they go to work every day. Like what's the feel of this house like?
Oh, that's a very good question. It's just fun-filled environment. There's always laughter, joking. We're encouraging residents to be independent, so some of them will go to the gym and work out, or when he tries to work out. Depends on the day. We have a market mall right there, so it's nice. They go and window shop, and they can actually go do things. So it's, encouraging that safety and, making sure you're crossing the road good, and just building that independence for them for sure.
Right. And why is the independence so key? Why is that such a focal point?
Well, it's just like you and me, we want to feel independent and go do things on our own, and I want them to feel that way as well, that they can do anything that they want to do,
Yeah. And then in each house there's care staff too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24-hour care.
Okay. So with your role then, Julien, like is it like what does your daily calendar look like? Is it a couple hours here, a couple hours at the second home, third home, or like do you spend more time in one, or what is that like? I'm so curious about your job.
Oh, of course. So I am on like a 24-hour schedule. So sometimes I do 7 to 5, sometimes I do 3 to 11, sometimes I do 11 to 7 a.m. So CHCs we're all 24 hours because we want to support all support workers 24/7. For me, I try to balance my time between each home. Maybe one week I'm spending more time at the home, maybe because there's more appointments or, newer staff, or again, I want to be where I need to be, you know what I mean? So I want to balance my time, but in a way that's actually proactive in a way.
Yeah. Your organizational skills must be top notch.
I try my best.
Where do they go? Kyle, would you say his organizational skills are good?
Yes.
Tiernan, would you agree?
Sort of.
If I had a supervisor, hey?
Yes.
Or assistant, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
So this is the backyard. As you can tell, it's just a normal backyard, but we have a ramp that goes down, and then they're able to sit down in a patio area, which is amazing.
Nice. It's like these are the comforts of home that I think so many people maybe take for granted, like having a backyard and then having the access to the backyard. But then, yeah, your residents have that.
Yeah, and they're able to sit out here, and Kyle likes to actually sit in the front and watch cars go by, which is great because Preston is always so busy, whether there's an accident or something, but he just likes to sit out there. Not so much now that it's getting colder, but usually if you'll drive by, he'll be outside.
I love that. And the fact, too, like you talk about the independence, like you're so close. Like I'm just looking out at Market Mall right now, and then there's all like, the different stores and restaurants and stuff here too, but like fostering that independence. Why is that such an important thing with your residents in these homes?
Of course. Well, we are here to help advocate for them, and to advocate, we want to advocate for their independence and stuff. And so I would like to see some things that are more accessible to them, because I know when it snows, it gets icy and hard for them to go anywhere. So usually winter is harder for them to be independent, and it's not because they can't. It's just the environment wise. Yeah. So usually in the summer they're very independent. We just want every resident to feel like they're their own person and they have choices, and that we're here to do with, not for.
Oh, I like that. I really like that.
Yeah.
Was that because how long have you been with Elmwood for?
Oh, geez. 3.5, 4 years maybe.
Okay. Was that philosophy, was that something that really attracted you to the position?
Oh, very much so. I actually applied for just a part-time support worker just because I was still in school and stuff. And actually, during my interview, they really liked who I was, and they offered me a full-time. So I quit my other job and I came here, and I'm glad I did that, because I started as a support worker and then went to recreation, and then here I am as a community home coordinator. So I've been in every different role, so I was able to see the different perspectives, and that motto though is what I live by for sure.
Yeah. How did you end up on this path where you're managing 3 homes and you're making all these great friends with residents? Like how'd you wind up here?
I would say just by coincidence of applying. I did a PAL program. I don't know if you know what that is. It's at the university. And I
You did
volunteered.
PAL?
I did PAL.
Okay, so the episode, the season 8 debut episode that came out in September was all about PAL.
Oh.
And I had never heard of PAL until a colleague of mine at Sherbrooke said, "You've got to do something on PAL," and my mind was blown. So you're a PAL alumni.
Yes, I did it for 2 years before COVID hit, and that's actually, I was in psychology doing my degree, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and that really sparked my interest. And then I worked for Autism Services for a bit, and then I jumped over here. So it's been great to,
Wow. That's awesome. I love that PAL sort of set you down this path. That's amazing. If there are listeners out there who have maybe, like, especially when you're right on Preston, like people drive by the house lots, and they probably don't even know that this is, like, you know, how unique a house this is. But are there things that you want the public to know in terms of, like, how special this place is?
Oh, that's a very good question. I would say just if you see us out in the community, come say hi. You know, the guys like to chat, and they want to be part of that community. So anyone, you know, Blades games, concerts, if you see them, just come say hi. Yeah. I know most times Kyle will, because he was from Walmart, so everyone knows him from there. So anyways, he's a celebrity whenever we go out. So it's just chat with them, you know. Yeah. It's be a part of that community.
I get a sense that this job fills your cup. Would that be right?
Oh, very much so. It's, you know, I go home and I was off for I'm off right now actually, and I just get bored.
You're here on your day off?
I am here on my day off.
Oh, thank you.
No worries. I just get bored. My wife says I work too much, but I like what I do, and I wouldn't call it work.
Yeah. Came on your day off.
No worries.
Thank you for your time
No,
today. Thanks for coming in on your day off. This is awesome. Thanks, Julien.
No worries. I'll do anything for the residents.
You're listening to Season 8, Episode 4 of YXC Underground. My name is Eric Anderson, and we are exploring the impact Elmwood's community housing program is having on people experiencing intellectual disabilities. Tell me about some of these photos, because these are great.
Yes.
What about this guy?
That's me at Broadway Theatre.
Okay.
Yes.
What, is seen a movie or a concert?
Movie? Yes.
Do you remember the movie?
No.
Do you like, though, going to movies?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Still.
Yeah. And it's boring for me. And I fall asleep.
Oh, do you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Okay, and then,
somebody.
yeah, what's that photo? There's a mosaic of framed photos adorning a dining room wall that Tiernan and Kyle are proudly showing me right now. There are photos of the two of them from Blades games, the exhibition, and the Broadway Theatre. There's a strong sense of community in this house, which brings a smile to Linda Boyko's face. She has been a part of Elmwood Residences for more than 30 years and filled a variety of roles within the organization. Linda is part of the senior leadership team at Elmwood and is currently overseeing the transition of residences from Elmwood Manor, located on Arlington Avenue next to the Nutana Curling Club, to community homes throughout Saskatoon. This transition is part of a larger project Elmwood is working on called The Hub, which Linda discusses briefly in our conversation and will be the focus of a bonus episode dropping next week featuring several of Linda's colleagues. Linda and I sat down on one of the couches in the living room, and I started by asking her how she would describe this home.
This is just a lively home. You've met some of our residents. They're down-to-earth guys. They love to invite people in. They're easygoing. They like to go out and have fun and engage with people in the community. It's a family here, honestly. Most of the homes, they'll have a different feel when you go into them, but each of these homes is uniquely just their own little family, and that includes both staff and residents. Yeah.
I love the fact that the residents here, and like you said, the staff, they are unique, and their personalities are like it's their home, and they're just allowed to shine, aren't they?
Yeah. They're living their lives here, no different than we're living our lives in our own homes. Yeah.
Linda, can you explain to listeners a bit who might not be familiar with like the concept of like a community home? Like why is this such a good model for supporting people who have an intellectual disability? Why is this a good thing?
This particular home right now has 4 residents. Typically, we have 5 here. We have a vacancy in this house right now. Again, just not too many people in a home. Historically, Elmwood's homes had 8 residents. Most of them were 8 residents. And that was a lot for any staff to manage. It was also not good for residents to have so many other people living within their environments. So slowly over the years, as we've had opportunity, we've lowered the numbers to 4 or 5 residents. We still have a couple of houses that have 6 and 7, simply because they're funded for that many spaces. But in time, they too will come down. But smaller based homes such as this one allows residents to have as much support as we're able to provide them through our funding model. And just honestly, they're living their lives here and doing, the things that most of us would enjoy doing.
Yeah. And yet I think, like, I love how you say that, and I think for some people that just makes like total sense. But I could see other people being like, well, like, are the residents okay? Are they safe? Are they like you want to care for them, and is empowering them with that kind of independence, is that like the right thing? And what do you say to those people that maybe have not doubts but like questions about this type of model?
Oh, they're living very good lives. We've seen that a lot with Manor Transition Initiative, where we had residents living in a very large congregate setting and now living in a community home-based setting, no different than this house here. Some of them they're living their best lives out there. Honestly, they've gone from living in this congregate setting to living in these small community-based homes. They're really just homes in that particular community. Safety is first and foremost for us. We always ensure that residents are safe, that their needs are taken care of, and that they have the skills and the knowledge if they are going out into community on their own, to make sure that they know what to do in the case of an emergency. Yeah.
And the fact too that this home is so close to so many different amenities. Yeah. Does that help in terms of like foster and build that confidence in that residents? I wouldn't say need, but like it just helps them to know that, yeah, I can scoot over to the mall and I can go over there and do what I want to do.
Yeah, like this house in particular, these couple guys here do go over to the mall frequently. Just down the street, Elmwood has 15 houses. Just down the street, we have another house that a couple of the residents there are safe to be out on their own, and it's part of their daily routine to actually go to Market Mall a couple times a day. They have friends at Market Mall. They know the people that also that live in this community that also go to Market Mall for coffee, groceries, haircuts, whatever that might be there for. So the area is very nice for them just because it's close proximity to the mall, and many of our residents are known at Market Mall. Yeah.
And why is that important?
It's important that everybody is known within their community and that they're recognized and people are aware of who they are. It's when people are not recognized that they're being isolated. Yeah.
You were joking with me before in terms of like your memory, your institutional knowledge of Elmwood is deep. How did you first become part of this organization?
After I finished university, quite a number of years ago, throughout my university career, I volunteered with the Elizabeth Fry Society, and I worked with a young woman who had Down syndrome, who had been in conflict with the law. That was my first exposure to working with somebody that had a disability. And I ended up starting to work at Elmwood the year after, that was 1994, and have had a very full and rewarding career.
What was it about that experience that led you down the path of helping people with disabilities? Because someone might have that experience, but then choose a different path. What was it that made you want to devote your life to this?
Yeah. Many of our residents, most of them are very kind, loving people. They're really just people like you and I are. They have some special needs that, they need some support with. I found it very fulfilling to be able to work with all of the residents at Elmwood and be a part of the Elmwood family.
Yeah. Has it been, like, I picture this, your role, and all the roles that you've done, like, is every day like you're learning something new every day? Is it kind of like that?
Oh yeah, when you think you know it all, you're proven that you don't know it all. Many of my years I spent as frontline staff within the homes, and I also spent many years out in community supporting independent living clients. So exactly like I said, when you thought you've seen and heard it all, you're proven wrong.
When doing the work out in the community, I think that's just so important because like you said, to be well known in the community. Has our community progressed? Has it come a ways, or like in terms of how people with intellectual disabilities are incorporated? Or I guess what I'm asking is, like, has it become better? Is there still a ways to go?
There's always improvements to be made. Just for example, when I started at Elmwood, I think Elmwood had a fleet of about 2 vehicles. And now we have a fleet of about 15 vehicles. And we have a very robust, comprehensive recreational program. We didn't have those things 30 years ago. So our residents are very much, I said at a presentation last night, we were presenting on our Community Hub initiative, that it would be very rare to go to any kind of community event, sporting event, things like that, and not see an Elmwood vehicle and Elmwood residents there. They're very engaged in their community. Obviously, there's always room to improve. So if I look back to 30 years ago compared to now, I think it has improved a lot. People are generally quite welcoming and just will engage with residents if they see them. So I think that we're doing pretty good. Our Saskatoon community's done really well. Yeah.
That's good. You mentioned the hub, and I know we're going to do a bonus episode in a couple of weeks that's focusing specifically on the hub. But can you give us like a little teaser about what the hub is and why it excites you?
Sure. Yeah. We're in the midst of a lot of change at Elmwood. I've already mentioned Manor Transition Initiative was announced 4 years ago. We know now that we will be able to conclude that initiative sometime later next year. So around 4 years ago, when we committed to the closure of the building, we started to think about, like, what happens next? How does Elmwood continue to be a leader? How does Elmwood continue to be relevant? And how can we expand on our supports and services that we have always offered? So the board and leadership came up with the idea of a community-based hub. Many families and residents 4 years ago had concerns about the loss of the manor, because the manor's always been somewhere for people to gather, for people to get together and just celebrate, our Elmwood family and take part in all sorts of events.
And the manor, for people that don't know, that's the building beside the Nutana curling rink, correct?
Yeah. Manor is 2012 Arlington Avenue. Yeah. So we started to play around with the idea, what could we do with that land? Because the building itself has served its purpose. It's 56 years old. It's not in the best shape. So we will be bringing the manor down sometime in 2027, with the exception of McNeil Fitness Centre, because McNeil Fitness Centre's only been there since about 2013. It's still very good infrastructure, and that building is booked every day of the week, pretty much. Lots of activities, and not just Elmwood activities, Special Olympics activities. Many people from the community also rent that gym out, so that's still very good infrastructure and has a huge purpose within our community here. So gym will stay, the McNeil Fitness Centre will stay. We need to relocate our admin space, our administration space, and our day program. Elmwood embarked on a day program about 3 years ago, our community inclusion program. Currently, we serve about 31 residents from Elmwood. There's a great need for community day program spaces within our province. With the expansion of the hub and a larger room or facility to hold it in, we'll be able to at least double or potentially triple that, and not just exclusively for Elmwood residents like it is now, but for the greater disability community, because there's many people out there waiting for day program services. Yeah, there'll be a coffee shop, skills-based coffee shop, where residents can come in and learn how to work in a coffee shop. It could be any of these residents. It could be people we support through our independent living program. There'll be a skills-based kitchen that the community can also come in. A lot of our supportive living clients, they live on their own. It'd be nice to have a place for them to gather and be able to cook meals, take home and freeze. There'll be a non-denominational spiritual space. There'll be a performing arts theater. We've had former partnerships with childcare organizations and companies. So we're hoping to partner again with a daycare potentially, or a pre-K. There'll be an OB's games room. There'll be locker rooms. And then our health and wellness component. Many of our residents within this home, they use a wheelchair. And we take it for granted when we go to the doctor or dentist that we can get onto an examination table, or we can get into a dental chair. Many of our residents need the use of a lift. So we're partnering with a doctor and a dentist, or a couple dentists if possible, and create 2 spaces, a medical and dental space that's fully accessible. Yeah. And then the third component, we know that Saskatchewan, Canada's in a housing crisis. So we're going to create up to 140 fully accessible apartment units. 70% will be market rate, 30% will be affordable housing. We would target our supportive living clients, or supportive living clients that are part of the disability community, to come live in there. They're really just apartment building. It's just an apartment building, but we want to create a sense of family and community there. So it could be newcomers to Canada, it could be university students, it could be seniors from the area. We've had quite a few seniors from the area say, we really need a place to move into. They're downsizing from a house and they like to downsize to an apartment. And that will bring, that and the health and wellness component will also bring an additional revenue stream into the agency, because we're quite heavily reliant on the Ministry of Social Services to fund our operations.
Thank you for that. It's very exciting. You did a wonderful job.
I'm sure I forgot a few of the components, but
it's very exciting. And as you were talking to, it reminded me of, I was fortunate enough to attend your fundraising gala a few weeks ago. Yes, the Fall Feast, and it was an amazing event. So many people, which was awesome to see. But there were the mayor was there, politicians were there. It's occurring to me, like, when you went from working, volunteering, to then coming here and working, like you have worked your way up to the point now where, like, you are, like, I'm sure you're involved in some, like, high level decisions. What is it? What is that like when you sort of, like, take a step back, or do you even have time to take a step back and sort of look back on how much has changed over 30 years?
I do occasionally, and I did actually hear this morning, we have a disability support professional student here doing a practicum, and I think it's important, especially for Elmwood's newer staff, to know that there's lots of opportunity within the organization, and lots of exciting opportunities. 30 years ago, not so many at that time, just because of how we were organized and how the homes were staffed. We've grown a lot, and I'm testament to anybody being able to have a full, rewarding career at Elmwood. It really is a great place to work, and I think it's important for the newer staff to know that, hey, if I start here, I don't always have to do this. If I wanted to try something different, there's likely an opportunity to do so. And Community Hub just opens up a whole other door of opportunities. I don't think we know exactly what all of them will be yet, but I've seen so much growth, and it's been so exciting for me.
Such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
As well. Thank you.
This has been episode 4, season 8 of YXE Underground. My name is Eric Anderson. I host, produce, and edit this local independent podcast. My thanks to Kyle, Tiernan, Julien, Linda, and the entire Elmwood team for making me feel so welcome during this whole process. This episode was so much fun to produce, and I think you will really enjoy next week's bonus episode, where we learn more about the hub and the impact it will have on Saskatoon. That episode drops December 18th. You can follow and listen to YXE Underground wherever you find your favorite podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or the website yxeunderground.com. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review if you like what you hear. I want to give a big thank you to my sister, Mary Anderson, for taking really lovely photos for this episode. Mary is a photographer in Toronto who happened to be in Saskatoon when I was recording this episode. So she brought 2 of her vintage film cameras and captured some really wonderful moments during our morning at Kyle and Tiernan's house. You can see them by searching YXC Underground on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I also want to thank my cousin, Andrew Dixon, for the original music in this episode, and to Saskatoon's Danger Dynamite for maintaining the website. I also want to give a big thank you to Rob Romvey and his colleagues at RBC Dominion Securities in North Battleford for supporting this episode of the podcast. Rob is one of the most generous and kind people I know, and it means a lot to have his support. I am also grateful to Rob and his team for their care in managing my investments for the past 12 years. Sure, they're really, really small investments, but I really do appreciate all that they do. So, if you're looking for someone to help manage your money, Rob really is the person to speak with. Before I go, I would like to acknowledge that these interviews were gathered on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis. YXC Underground is a production of the Saltimer Production Company. My name is Eric Anderson. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll talk to you soon, Saskatoon.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll take some of the house from across the street.
Okay.
So nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm excited to show you these photos.
Okay,
of
now
my
my,
dad.
now my power chair is cold now.
I know, eh? Sorry. It'll be worth it.
Yes.
Kyle, thank you so much. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
I'll see
too.
you out and about for sure.
All right.
Tiernan, so nice
Yes.
to meet you. And I'll see you out and about for sure.
Again next year?
Maybe.
Well, I don't Tiernan's gonna be there. I think.
Thanks you guys so much. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us visit you in your home,
Yes.
your beautiful home. And yeah, thanks you guys. This was so much fun.
Thank you.